Welcome back to Cape Critiquers, everybody. Today we are reviewing Fant4stic from 2015. Fant4stic.
Fentanyl-tastic.
Fentanyl-tastic.
Any way you look at it, it's still terrible.
Josh Trank directed this one. Same guy that directed another movie that we reviewed called...
Chronicle, yeah.
Chronicle.
Chronicle.
This movie is kind of like Chronicle if it sucked.
Yeah.
Hey.
No.
Chronicle's like, okay.
Chronicle was okay. But like this movie, in the end, it just went off the rails.
Yeah, Josh Trank said that he fucking hates superheroes.
I mean, I think this one went off the rails in a bad way. Like, at least for the other one, it's like fun and like
Yeah.
a good climax of the movie.
This movie actually started out okay for me. I didn't mind them as the kids and this and that, but that just was over way too soon. And what, they have a 7-year jump or something?
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
watching
hard,
very
and
it's
then-
hard to
yeah.
tell because like they're supposed to be in fucking high school, but
Yeah.
they look like they're 30.
Exactly. And then, like, I don't know, it's just weird how that whole thing. Nevertheless, when the scientist showed up in
Franklin Storm
Franklin Storm,
with his
showed
adopted
up.
daughter, and
yeah, that was just weird the way that happened right in the school to me. Started the whole thing off.
also the teacher is just like, you're a fucking dumbass.
Yeah.
But from the whole way through.
Yeah,
It was-
his
it's the
entire
same
career.
teacher, too.
It's the
hasn't-
same
yeah,
teacher.
hasn't
Like,
aged
you
a
know,
day.
yeah,
I guess they're in one of them schools that's like
Yeah.
fucking elementary
all the
to
way
high
up
school.
I
yeah,
still,
high
I still
school.
love that one kid that at the science fair when they're older.
you're
or
a
like,
dick.
He's like, you're a dick.
Yeah.
To Miles Teller.
Because he ruined his model.
It's funny because there's like 3 Miles Teller movies where like he was picked to be like an 18-year-old even though he looks 30.
Screws in
Yeah.
his head.
The whole concept of perfect recipe of Franklin
Storm.
Richards, Franklin Storm appearing, it's just like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why was Tim Heidecker his dad?
Yeah, that was a
He
weird.
was in it for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And he's fucking Tim Heidecker.
Yeah.
And he's like, whoa, what are you doing, man?
Yeah. I thought the way that whole scene ended, like, him as kids, was just weird. Also, it's just like a weird like, we're kids. It's a fucking kids movie, and then after this, it's not gonna be.
Yeah, it's a fucking horror movie.
Yeah, it's hard to even talk about this movie.
It honestly is, because like,
I just hated
fucking
the whole
nothing
way
happens.
that it was, instead of them going on a ship, it was a teleporter machine.
Yeah.
And it
that's
was just
so
the whole
like just
story
a
was
fucking
bizarre to me.
fundamental
Yeah.
disconnect from anything in
Well,
the comics.
It is the ultimate comics. I think they go to the negative zone, and that's
Yeah.
how they get their powers. But it's just weird to me because like that kind of bars off using the negative zone in a way.
But also, it's just like a full-on misrepresentation and misunderstanding of like every character here.
Yeah.
Just like none of them are acting the way they're supposed to. None of these people even seem like they fucking like each other, except for like Reed and Johnny for some reason.
Yeah.
And Johnny, I mean, he acted pretty well in this movie. I got to give it to him, but it
I
was
mean, yeah,
just
Michael B. Jordan's a
yeah,
good actor.
exactly.
But
And it was just a terrible story. I just don't
Yeah.
know. But then going back, you find that there was all kinds of rewrites that right before they were supposed to go edit it, they were like, no, we don't like it, and rewrite everything. So
Apparently
the
the
entire
director-
second half
Yeah.
got like chained and reshot.
Apparently-
also, the director's a Nazi, from what I heard.
Oh,
Not
apparently,
like a real one, but like on set Nazi.
well, apparently, like he also like claims he got fucked over completely.
Yeah, I heard he was a fucking asshole though too.
Mm.
So who knows?
So you liked it?
No, I fucking hate it. This thing's garbage, trash.
Yeah.
it was just
Speaking of
terrible.
thing, fucking it's
Actually,
complete.
I like the thing.
I thought it was just a complete like character assassination.
Yeah.
Because just like he has no background, he wasn't in the military or anything.
Yeah.
I like the way he looked. That's all. I
Yeah.
actually enjoyed the way he looked.
I didn't actually even like the way he looked, and I just thought that he was just, I don't know, he was just
I have
terrible.
very little to say about this movie, so I'm going to say Madam Web
We spoke
had
about-
nothing that they tried to make a story out of,
Yeah.
and it sucked. This movie had the potential to have everything,
Yeah.
and they gave us nothing, and it sucked
Yeah.
so bad. I would actually put this movie below our Madam Web rating,
Wow.
only because they fucked up anything that could have possibly been good.
Yeah, like
And I'm a Fantastic Four fan.
there's some stuff in this that it's like there's some cool elements to this, but like it's
Like what?
in no way capitalized on.
And don't get me wrong, I like when people do little things outside the box, you know, because you can't replay the same story over and
Yeah,
over
this
and
is
over.
just so beyond that.
But this was so far out of the box that it wasn't. You forgot what the box was supposed to be.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. It's not taking anything really
No,
from the source material.
no.
I'll give it some special effects were actually pretty good in this
I
movie.
agree.
Yeah.
The powers all look good.
Yeah, I mean, when he was jumping around in the forest, when they were,
Oh,
catching up with him,
yeah.
he was stretching around. I actually thought that was pretty good. The way
Yeah.
they
Fucking
did it.
thinking about just Mexican Reed.
The Mexican read, yeah.
Oh, when he did his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually, I found that really fucking cool.
Yeah.
So they
Funny.
did that, but you figure he had to learn how to do that.
Right.
And we would have liked
That's
to
what he
see
said.
that.
Yeah.
Was that because I guess it's also like
Him
can
learning
change
how
the
to
color
do
of his skin?
Yeah, that
It's
can't
weird.
be right. Yeah, that can't be easy to do.
We
Yeah.
would have liked to
You
see
know.
him do that as an audience, I think.
You have to be in control of everything.
Learning
Yeah.
how to
It's not
actually
just
do everything,
stretching
yeah.
and
Yeah.
Would have been cool.
Fucking, like, actually nothing happens in this movie, though.
No,
Like,
I'm
Exactly
They
fucking-
right.
spend an hour and a half.
No.
The movie's an hour and, like, 40 minutes, but they spend, like, a huge chunk of this movie building the thing.
Yeah.
But, like, they're not actually doing anything. It's just B-roll of people
Yeah.
fucking
And
moving shit. And
Three
then,
of
like,
them were used as like war machines
Yeah.
for a few years.
Yep.
I think it was just 1 year.
Which
Or
is
whatever,
so
1
out
year,
of
whatever.
character.
Which is out of character.
Which
I also
Grimm would
brought
have never
yeah.
been
No.
Yeah.
a mercenary hero.
He was
for
not
hire
the
or
fun.
some
He
shit.
was not the fun Grimm that we knew.
He's
from,
not
you
even,
know,
like,
in
the
stories.
tragic Grimm either.
No, right,
No.
correct.
Yeah.
He's
Right.
just...
He's just a rock.
Jack hit it nail on the head with just complete character assassination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's
And
fucking
honestly-
like 17. They're like,
Yeah.
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 Fucking all of them, really. Just complete character assassination. It's like if you fucking skim through a Fantastic Four book, you kind of understand, I guess, that Johnny Storm's a bit of a dick. A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's a
beyond,
hothead.
like, it's so surface level on all of them. Also, like, Sue Storm, has Sue Storm ever been portrayed as a fucking autistic woman that it's pattern recognition and
In 30
music? I have to,
seconds.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck are we doing?
Fucking Doom. It is weird how like both Fantastic Four movies so far, Doom has been like a Latvian like guy.
Varying
Yeah.
fucking incel.
Yeah, this one was I don't even know. And then like I have a fucking flask. Like it's just
Yeah.
weird.
But like, I thought that scene was kind of like cute, I guess.
I
You
guess.
know, like that's like interesting. If we're gonna do the thing where they're all like 17, I guess.
Yeah, it is funny. Like
But
that,
it's
that
hard
was
to
a small
attach to
flask
that.
though.
Nothing redeemable.
It's
in this
really
movie
hard
for
to
me.
attach to that when they look like they're 30.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd you guys feel about the look of Doom? Spacesuit basically melted into him.
That's basically
and
what it
that's
was. Yeah.
Just no.
was unreal.
And then he lived in that negative void for a year.
Yeah.
I'll take that because that's kind of interesting. But like,
I don't know.
just no to the way he looks in this. The suits are all just garbage. So fucking.
The negative zone too, or fucking Earth negative, or I don't. What is it even in this movie? But like
Earth Zero. Or
I
like
think it
Planet
might be.
Zero.
Or Planet Zero.
I don't know. But
Zero from holes.
Yeah.
it just reminded me of Shark Boy and Lava Girl, like that planet.
Yeah.
Just like visually, because
Yes,
I feel like it
you're
looked
right.
like small,
Yep.
and like just everything was CGI. Goop going everywhere.
There's look, an hour and 20 minutes of this movie is a setup for a final battle where they kill Doctor Doom and then they come home.
Maybe.
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 Yeah, holding up out for a fan 5-tastic.
Yeah, where they introduce
Gay Doom.
Gay Doom.
Look,
Gay and
growing
Black
up,
Doom.
Fantastic Four was it. That was my foundation into the world of comics. All right. This had absolutely nothing to do with that. This, like you said, practically assassinated everybody that I grew up with, knowing and loving the Fantastic Four family. But holy crap, it's crap.
I mean, literally an hour and 20 minutes of nothing, and then like a battle that isn't worth it.
Why
is it
does
worth
Victor even want to fucking come back? Like,
Yeah.
I just gotta fucking destroy this place, I guess.
And in the comics, and the negative zone is a big deal.
Yeah.
The negative zone was like
Yeah.
our first, wow, there's other dimension
Yeah.
type thing. And they were always, Annihilus, I think, is the big baddie in the negative zone.
And there's like the fucking rod of power or whatever.
Yeah, he's like the ultimate Ultron. He kind of has that robotish look to him, the evil robot look. And yeah, but that was his domain. He ruled the negative zone. But at that point, it was cool. They don't even mention negative zone now anymore, right? They call
Yeah,
it something
I hope
else.
they do in the new one.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah, not a single character in this movie though has like any type of arc
No.
or anything.
Right.
They kind of just are all going through the motions. Like something happens to them, and then they're like,
Because it's a nothing story.
like
it was-
almost like nothing has changed really because
And-
of what's happened to them.
They're apparently being held prisoner in this
Area 57.
Yeah, whatever it's called. And at any moment, they probably could have just
I mean,
gotten together and taken over to get the hell out of there. But no, they're like war
Johnny
machines.
liked it.
Yeah, Johnny enjoyed it for whatever reason.
Maybe this is my purpose.
Yeah, Sue just did whatever Dad said.
My favorite
Colossal,
line
like-
in the movie is when
It's fantastic.
no, well, that is funny.
It's clobbering time.
So
end
I actually caught a Miles Teller little interview thing talking about the new Fantastic Four movie, and he dropped that it's fantastic. Like, I saw the trailer. I've been friends with them for a while, and I saw the new trailer, and it's fantastic. So he drops that out there.
Favorite line in this movie for me is when Johnny Storm introduces Ben Grimm to Dr. Doom, and he says, "This is Adolf." I just thought that was funny.
I was thinking the same thing as you with like the whole just like B-roll shots, because just like that's when I realized that like this movie just is like a collection of just like shit we've seen before, and like we'll just put this in a movie because it's been in other movies.
But it's literally like an hour straight
Yeah.
of fucking them building this thing.
Yeah.
And then just like nonsense of like Doom is like, you're being unprofessional.
Wait, maybe like during the fucking alcohol scene, it's like maybe we should actually do this.
Yeah. let's get
How
drunk.
does
And then it's like
it
no
doesn't even
one's
make
fucking
sense how Invisible
overseeing
Woman
this
gets her
thing.
powers.
Like the doorman would just let Ben Grimm in and like let you go into this place to fucking play with this teleporter while drunk. Like you're 17 or something, you know?
Yeah.
Not good.
It just didn't make sense.
If Marvel's smart, they will do the Doctor Doom thing, I guess, because probably just going to be like Secret Wars and then we're done with Doom, if I had to guess. And like we'll reset the MCU, reboot all of it. And then if they're smart, they'll make the next big bad Miles Teller and make him the Maker. And they'll do the Ultimate Universe because that shit's really popular right now.
The Maker.
The Maker.
I lost that website. Remember I told you they had a guy explain, or how Marvel can explain
the whole
how
entire.
Doctor Doom is responsible for the entire
Yeah.
MCU.
You lost it.
And I can't remember.
I was
Yeah,
asking you
it's
to
a-
send it to me.
It's like a comic fan website, and the guy, it's him, and he uses like a dog that asks some questions or whatever the hell it is. But he went through the entire MCU and how they can blame. Like, Doctor Doom was actually the one pulling the strings since day one. And he started the whole thing off with something that made me crazy. He goes, at the end of Thunderbolts, you see the Fantastic Four ship.
Yeah.
He goes, Fantastic Four's not on it. What if Doctor Doom is on it?
I've seen some people talking about that. yeah.
Right? And then he goes on from... And practically every single movie, he can prove that it could be Doom pulling the strings, even through Kang.
Yeah.
How he's going to go in and eliminate the entire, what is it, not College of Kangs,
The Council.
Council
Council
of
of
Kangs.
Kings.
I think the King stuff we're almost like set to see like 100%. But yeah, I do like the theory. Maybe not Thanos stuff. Just like leave that as is. But
Right.
like I don't know. I do think they will just have like little events. Be like, oh, he was doing this.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposedly even controlling Loki. He set that entire thing up so Loki can take the time thing away from
Yeah.
the one that remained. I
Yeah.
guess it was the last Kang. So if they can present that to us in one friggin' movie, I guess
This movie's bad.
I might believe it. This movie's horrible. Yeah, this fucking movie sucks.
I don't know. Like, I guess if we're on the MCU topic here, like, do you think that they should reboot everything after this? Because, like, where do you go after this?
Well, we still got what, Secret Wars.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
after
after
Secret
Secret
Wars.
Wars.
After Secret Wars, we may be involved with the new Avengers, not the new Avengers, but the young Avengers. and
Yeah.
that might be the people that are going to carry.
I feel like they should just, like,
Still got-
soft.
Still got to do X-Men. So
Yeah, that's true. Maybe they. What if they like soft reboot it and it's just like some Ultimate Universe now where like the X-Men exist and the Avengers are kind of recasted and exist.
I would really wish they would give us a solid 2-3 years of our supernatural people.
Yeah.
Get us into that side of it, the Man Things and the Ghost Riders, and
I feel like the whole thing with the MCU though, or just Marvel, that separates it from DC is that DC like resets the universe,
Right.
and Marvel doesn't. Like it had
Right.
the same continuity like since the 60s,
correct.
even like since the 40s, kind of. But I don't know. That's
yeah,
just
they
the way
kinda
I
just
see it.
time slide. They don't reset.
But like I guess that is harder in movies where you have actors and shit.
Yeah.
I do like how the Marvel thing just evolved instead of doing slightly different iterations.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Me personally, I feel like I like the MCU and I can respect like what they've built and how long it's been building, but at some point it kind of just feels like the end of the Roman Empire, and we're just like trying to keep everything together with like fucking duct tape here.
And some of these original actors and actresses start aging out now, where the character itself doesn't really age. So how do you do that?
How do you
going
do that?
How
forward?
do you do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's why just fucking reboot, make a big universe with everything, and just start again, kind of.
I mean, could just go like the Batman route, where like after the Tim Burton movies, like different actors, but some of them are like in the same continuity.
Yeah, I mean, you can have Tom Holland still as Spider-Man,
Yeah.
but then just
I mean, he
like-
could be Spider-Man for a while. I think.
Yeah, but then like, what if you just like cast Glenn Powell as like fucking Captain America
Yeah.
and start again? I don't know.
It's weirder for me because growing up I had DC and Marvel. I preferred Marvel only because DC, I guess before Marvel, started the different Earths.
Yeah,
Type
the
thing.
Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah, and to me it just wasn't cool. I liked that Marvel was more grounded in, like you said, that straight line where they're not really, there wasn't 20 different things from different worlds
Yeah.
and this and that. I kind of liked the fact that it was one continuity, whereas DC at any time could just switch in and out characters. Evil Superman, this one,
Yeah.
you know. Now though,
Yeah,
we're
now
in a
here we are.
multiverse, and I guess they had no choice but now to give us whatever they want to give us.
Yeah, like, and it's cool until
It's not.
it's not.
It's
yeah,
not,
Where
yeah.
it's like there's one way to close it, and it's by destroying every other universe.
Yeah, well, Doom is capable.
Not in this movie.
No, holy crap, no. Yeah, let's not watch bad movies from now on, please.
Yeah.
Incredibles 2.
The only really good thing about this movie was that if you had to get up, go to the bathroom, or you were hungry, you could just
Wouldn't miss a
go.
thing.
Don't
You,
even have to
legitimately
pause
would
it.
not miss a thing.
I watched
Yeah.
this movie at fucking 4 times speed.
Same. I watched it this morning at fucking 4 times speed, running on the treadmill.
Yeah, all right.
This is a bad movie. It felt
Right.
slow at 4 times speed.
Rating?
I don't know, like
Hard
2.5.
2-ish, 2.5.
I was going to be nice and give it a 3.
Well,
Wow.
I guess we'll compare it to
I was
Madam
heading
Web
for
too.
3 too.
Oh, yeah? What is our Madam Web low?
I don't remember what I
I
rated
think
it.
Madam
Like a
Web,
2?
most of us is like a 1 to 2.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
pretty
so
bad.
this is going to be a 1.5.
Like-
I'm curious to see.
I would, I was telling people, like, it's funny how, like, this movie was, like, so bad at the time, but, like, nowadays, it's like, it would fit as probably, like, one of the best Sony movies, like, but
Hey,
still.
you know what's like crazy too is like this movie fucking has like cool elements of like the powers being shown, like Reeves just
Yeah.
being
Right.
stretched
Yeah.
out, and like
Yeah.
Johnny
Yeah, I can
Storm
give
on
him that.
fire and shit.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
give
it's
that.
just a weird thing, because, like, I guess anybody can just go to the fucking negative zone and then
Yeah,
get
but even
powers.
suing the ball, the way she was floating around, I thought it was actually pretty good.
They did that good.
But that's as far as it went with that stuff. Even, I mean, I don't even remember this movie being marketed when it came out.
I do, but it was like really quick.
The one thing I do remember is that there was a Ryan Reynolds dressed as Deadpool saying, "See this movie because you're going to see my Deadpool movie."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did that.
What was the first?
Find our Madam Web
Deadpool.
ratings. I think it's like between a 0 and a 2 though.
Okay.
Anyway,
I think that he dropped his trailer at this movie.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
this movie kind of suffers from like the like Christopher Nolan fetishization that like a lot of movies around this time, like big budget action shit, suffered from around this time.
Dark and
Where it's
gritty.
just like dark and gritty and like grounded and it's just so like everything around this time has the
And-
same fucking
But, like,
poster. Has the
Man of
same-
Steel, which is like written by Christopher Nolan, like it kind of like was pretty close to the comics still.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just
But like
this did
everything
not even care.
around this time tries to copy the aesthetic of it without
Yeah.
like knowing the fundamental techniques behind.
Yeah, like even the fucking Dark Universe, Invisible,
Yeah,
or The Mummy.
yeah, it's a good point. I'd even go as far to say as like the Amazing Spider-Man movies are trying to do it too.
Yeah. Well, those are actually good now, according to Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, no, Twitter is fucking stupid. Twitter flip
yeah,
flops on everything.
I just like it's just like funny. You can just point out shit like the powers being like the military could easily probably just make it so people go to the negative zone,
but like they did.
and like it's whatever you have to do at that moment is how the powers develop, or like whatever's
If
going on with you.
You're the military or like this government agency or whatever the fuck is going on in this movie, and you have these 4 people that
You made
get-
it ugly.
yeah, that like get affected and get these powers. Why did you send 10 soldiers to like go there?
Well, they wanted super soldiers. That was like the whole point that fucking the leader said.
Is that why they sent them?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, we actually finally have a purpose for this fucking technology now."
Well, they all didn't get powers and they all died because Doom's a...
Yeah. Well, they didn't die yet when he was giving that presentation. Also, I was thinking, who's the leader's actor? But that guy just has a streak of the worst superhero movies.
Yeah.
Marvel should tell DC to cast him more. And vice versa.
Didn't they have Johnny Storm? The suit was actually the reason he wasn't on fire all the time.
Like the suit gave him the ability to control it.
To control it, yeah.
Which was
Same thing with Sue. She can only wear the suit, or else she'll be invisible. Not
The Thing
visible.
doesn't need
Yeah.
clothes.
We gotta make them Cyclops.
Pretty much, yeah. Just Cyclops, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd you guys feel about Doom doing that shit with his mind to people, exploding their brain?
Doom has telekinesis in movies.
The comics.
Not in the comic.
He has a revolver in the comic.
Yeah. Anyways, we should probably stop fucking yapping.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to watch Incredibles 2 next week. That's a Fantastic Four movie, technically, that's better than this one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bye.
Bye.
It's fantastic. It's incredible.
Say that again.
Say that again.
We need a team name.
Say that
'cause
2
we're-
more times.
We need a team name because we're a family. I don't know, man. It's incredible.